How you doing? This is the servant of the Logos, Joshua here. Did you know that Jesus is the God of the Old Testament? That Jesus is the God of the Old Testament. I was going to read this in Zechariah chapter 12, starting at verse 10. And I will pour out on the house of David and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplication. This is God speaking. He will pour out on the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplication. This is speaking about the second coming. How do you know? Because this next verse. And they will look on me whom they pierced. Yes, they will mourn for him as one mourns for his only son, and grieve for him as one grieves for a firstborn. In that day there shall be great mourning in Jerusalem, like the mourning at Hadar-rimmon in the plain of Megiddo. This says that they're going to look upon God. God says they're going to look upon me whom they have pierced. So that's amazing. They're going to look upon God whom they have pierced. They look upon me whom they have pierced. And they shall mourn for him as one mourns for an only son. Why does it say him? Because Jesus is distinct from the Father. This is a clue of the Trinity in the Old Testament, that Jesus had a human desire, a human will, and a human soul, but he was also God. He was fully God, fully man. And this is God showing us in Zechariah chapter 12, starting at verse 10, that God was going to be pierced, and that the Jews are going to mourn, saying, "Why did we pierce you?" This is at the end of time when Jesus comes back. Think about this, folks, in Jesus' mighty name.